Hey guys, we're live from the Brojo for another episode of the Robro News. I am your host, Kian, and I'm here with...
Going to commit suicide.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, that was actually kind of good. I like that one.
Thank you.
Eli.
Zach.
Alright, so what have you guys been up to lately?
Same since we did our last podcast.
You act like we have lives outside.
You guys
of
haven't,
this.
watched anything interesting or anything like
I've been
that?
doing shit, but it's mostly personal life stuff. So, it's like, yeah, podcast, wouldn't find that terribly interesting.
Have you, watched anything lately or no?
Fuck.
Scary videos are bad.
Not really. Because I even stopped progress on fucking Dragon Ball Z. I just didn't have the time.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, no, it's... Usually I've got stuff that I've done, but no. That's why I
research.
wasn't here last week. I was just busy.
yeah.
Did research for a script.
Yeah, you did. It's pretty exciting.
It's a pretty beta script.
Yeah.
Could use some Flash.
Research on Aaron Black
Yeah.
for like an hour.
I was speaking of
Before
which,
I went, oh shit, I got stuff to do.
I'm gonna have you bring this with and write another Chitsasito script out of this one.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, I know.
If you want
Gil's
to
writing it?
write me a script.
Wait,
mean-
Gil's writing the scripts?
I don't know.
I wouldn't be opposed to being the script writer. I just feel like a little bit more of a heads up would have been...
Oh, hey, do you mind if you... I was gonna tell you after...
This is your heads up.
Is there a deadline for these scripts?
Not at the moment. We'll talk about this off mic, because I want to set up a plan for all this stuff. We'll, split into teams and stuff like that to do certain things.
Alright,
This sounds like kindergarten. I'm not about that life.
We
Alright.
left
You're gonna
kindergarten
split
years
the teams,
ago.
guys, but you don't get to pick your partners. I want you to meet new people.
We make him our
And
leader.
pretty soon, I'm fucking stuck over here with Zach, and I'm joking.
No,
He wrote that. That's like fucking 3 pages of shit. That's way better.
4
than that.
pages, but,
Damn.
double spaced.
You're gonna be doing all the work.
Fuck.
No.
It's like high school all over again.
I'm management.
Yeah, no, so, actually, when this comes out, our first ever top 10 video is gonna come out.
It's not fantastic.
No.
What is it?
I didn't know.
Top 10 MILFs.
I didn't know we kicked it up.
There's context involved.
Let's say, are you for
Moms
real?
I learned from.
Oh.
And then you just spoiled the
No,
video.
sorry. No, it's already out.
Yeah, it's.
It'll be out before this. This
Yeah,
comes out on
but-
Tuesday,
Yeah, but who's to say they're gonna watch this before that?
because that's the first thing.
Wait, did
Well,
you
I
guys
mean, if
already
nothing
do the
el-
top 10?
If nothing else,
Fuckers.
they did it. Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
it.
we wrote it. It's a scripted. Zach, it's scripted.
Zach,
Just kidding.
if you make it, I was gonna be like, I wasn't in it. It was
I
just
was
that.
just
I was gonna say, but Zach,
Jesus, man.
it's like this is free form. We can talk about whatever the fuck we want. Apparently, we talk about terrariums on the outside of my goddamn house
Oh yeah, that's right.
for 6 fucking minutes.
Whatever we want. Hey.
Technically, we also talked about how you left the stove on.
He has left the oven on a couple of nights, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. It's the morning. He games late at night with his friends. I'm just gonna turn this off.
Talk about whatever we want.
No. No. I retract it.
Do it.
man.
Well, I was just gonna bring up the car conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Where I flipped the
Oh, yeah.
script on Kia. He tried to make me feel bad, and then
And then
I fucked his day pretty good.
But no, with this,
It was a verbal genocide.
we've had we're having
the shit went down.
some thing we're having some video essays and some top tens. I'm pretty excited. I think
video essays.
the what the facts are technically considered video essays because you write down, yeah.
Okay, I kind of get what you're saying, but yeah, that makes sense.
Is that really what they're considered?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seemed
I feel like-
weird to me, but that makes sense.
I
They're
didn't
all
really feel like I was writing an essay with that, though. It was so
But-
enjoyable.
Well, yeah, it's because you enjoy what you're writing about. It's not like school where it's like,
It's not a
write
minuscule,
about
like-
this book that I made you read. Go fuck yourself.
I just legitimately got done recording my analysis on Gohan, and I just got done recording why you should watch Drifters, and
oh damn,
I still don't like
So-
Gohan.
well, no, that was just it's
Drifters is so good.
it is really good, and it's
If I
so,
like it, anybody will like it.
it's so beautifully. You know what? One I hope they'll get an English dub that I think you'd enjoy too. Golden Cameo when it comes out.
Never heard of that.
Oh, it's like World War. It's like Russian-Japanese War, post-Russian-Japanese War. It's interesting though. I think you'd find it interesting.
Very weird time period.
Yes, it is. That's actually what I've been watching. I've actually been catching up on all my the spring animes again. Like I probably I jumped off. I
hope it applies if you're Asian. To be fair,
I quit. I got so busy with like work and other things like this is that like I haven't got a chance. So I've been like I caught up on Megalobox. I always just keep up with My Hero because that's like top anime that I enjoy. Just like one thing I'll keep up with Super with Super not being around anymore.
Now we're the Foo Fighters podcast.
Yeah.
We could talk all day about them. Dave Grohl.
What if I say I'm not like the others?
The best.
Now we've covered all the, not all of them, but they have a lot of popular songs. Go on. Stunned into silence.
Just like the car ride.
It's not even that. Good God. I literally now know how, like, I've got to be honest with you. I love listening to other people's podcasts because you can tell the person who's fucking hosting because, like, they'll either awkwardly have to be like, moving on. No, but, like, I watched Cobra Kai.
Back in the game.
I don't know that one.
Me neither.
I got nothing.
Continue.
Should have just went back to Foo Fighters.
So Cobra Kai
What would you do,
is
Nirvana?
a
No. Fuck off. Go on.
He was
Cobra
in
Kai.
Nirvana, bro.
This
Check
is
out
a
that
fucking
techno
music
scope.
podcast.
But it could be.
I think you know.
Technically, mine and Kian's segment was kind of a music.
Cobra Kai. Sounds real Kevin Spacey. Go on.
So it is the sequel series to the
Original.
first three Karate Kids. And it is really, really good. It is better than what I would expect any YouTube Red series to be. Because usually you have PewDiePie trying to get scared and MatPat trying to do parkour.
I mean, you also have the Paul brothers.
They didn't have a Red series. They just had that movie. Logan? I don't know.
They've just got posted. They did Logan.
No, Logan Paul.
Just them.
Logan
The
Paul
shit out
had
of
like a
everybody.
shit movie about like if you take an exam and like it's not fair if I die because I'm a spoiled dick.
What?
Dude,
That
it's
sounds
fucking
just
weird.
Smart
dumb
people
as
get
I
to
feel.
live, dumb people die.
And then he's all mad because he's like, we gotta change the system. I'm like,
Oh, well then I'll be alive. I'm fine.
that's fucking like that. That's a, like when you look at the context of that movie, that's like, man, that's fucking dumb.
No, like book smart, not actual smart.
Damn it. I'm too lazy to be book smart.
But no, like Cobra Kai is super interesting, is because like it spins everything on its head. Like Johnny is a straight up sexist pig, but like he doesn't know it. Like there's a scene where he's eating with his student's mom. She's like, "Oh, do you like those plantains? Well, in America we call them bananas."
Oh, you mean Billy Zabka?
Yeah, Billy Zabka. And like it's really funny where it's two colliding stories, and it gets interesting. I don't want to spoil that. I just highly recommend that series. And then there's another series on
Probably
Netflix.
watch the Karate Kid first. Though.
Yeah, this is
At
for
least the
anyone-
first one.
Yeah.
first and third,
Never seen them, don't want to.
but because the third one is highly involved with the Cobra Kai's too.
Hmm.
Like the reason why, like it gets.
I
into
don't
it.
care.
It's really good. But there's a Netflix series that I was recently watching that is oddly weird and has gotten me to, I forgot to say this in the video game podcast, has gotten me to play this like tactic style MMORPG called Whack Fu. It's fucking weird.
Whack.
Yeah, okay.
I know of it.
Is it
Yeah.
in any way related to Shaq Fu?
No.
No.
It's a weird game with a weird world that, like, I don't know why I was so enamored. Like, the show, I don't know what audience the show is supposed to be for.
Kids.
people. Who
But
play
it's
the
not though. The writing is
no,
definitely
it's technically for kids.
Yeah.
But then it gets dark.
no. The writing. Well, there's a lot of sexual shit too.
That too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the writing is not like it's animated to look like an anime, and when they do really stylistic fights or anything, they do that whole like the lines are drawn to look more fluid and wavy, which is super cool. But it makes no sense because it's like it tries to be a kids show, but it's not kiddie at all. It's bizarrely like
It's that
it's not supposed
that
to
draws
be
people in.
because it's not supposed to be for adults, and I don't think it's supposed to be for kids either. It's like, what are you marketing this to?
They're
We're like-
marketing it to kids,
Adults
which
who
will
are
bring in
children
everybody
inside.
else.
You have very like your main character is this very cute little boy who like murders people straight up with like portals and shit. I'm like this. It's the same thing. I have a problem with what is it called? Agrigenda,
I don't know. I can't remember.
the Hello Kitty one.
The Sanrio property thing.
Yeah.
On Netflix as well.
Yeah, it's also on Netflix. A lot of people have really enjoyed that. I personally am not a fan of it, not because of the stylistic choice. I think the reason why people like this so much is that like they were caught. That gimmick became super viral when that first little teaser of it came out. Of it was just her screaming death metal. I don't know. I feel like that's gonna die out soon, but I could be wrong. That's been pretty much the pop culture stuff I've been delving into. But yeah, you should all try. You should all try and watch Cobra Kai, and if you have Crunchyroll, go watch Black. That's on Netflix. Oh yeah, and I finished Black Lightning.
Which is like Luke Cage.
That's the reason why I want to bring this up.
Oh, transition.
Yeah, the thing about
Segue.
the very interesting thing about this evolution though is that when Luke Cage first came out, it was
the only black show on the
no, it wasn't even that. When Luke Cage came out, it was around the time where there was a lot more like unarmed shootings of African Americans. You know what?
Is that true?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, when did the first season come out?
like 2 years ago,
Well, it's been a little longer than that.
3 years ago. No, it's 2.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's about 2 because like the reason why Luke Cage wears the hoodie is supposed to be the representation of Trayvon Martin, the kid who was shot just out of the blue.
By someone.
But-
Or because he was black. People say it's because he was black.
Right, and it's just kind of like it's the symbolism of having this man in this black hoodie being bulletproof, and it's like, it was a symbol of this. And this is like the one thing I would have to say about Black Lightning, where like Luke Cage just tackles like that small area of like that problem, whereas Black Lightning, like they talk about how like the government brings in this new drug that's similar to cocaine but turns people into metahumans and things like that, which is a legit, like not the metahumans part, but it's a legit thing that like the government did bring.
It turned me into a metahuman.
I'd do it too. Super strength, fuck yeah. No, like, but it's that thing where like
The government introduced drugs
drugs
into a
drugs to
community.
lower communities and things like that, and causes it to implode on itself. I think Black Lightning has a lot more to say, but when I look at Luke Cage's second trailer, I literally think that this is the evolution of both Black Lightning and Luke Cage, because like the initial first scene you see in this is him going Facebook Live or whatever, taking down a drug bust, and it's like that mirrors like what people do now to like call out police brutality is always having their phone on. But no, not like Kick-Ass.
It's kind of like Kick-Ass.
In a sense, but it's supposed to mirror around how people like look, how people always will have their phone when there's some like crime or something like that. There's like
An
This
injustice.
is America.
like anything like that.
Proof to get injustice.
Right, and it's just kind of like that. And it's also super interesting to know that like Luke Cage may be bulletproof, but he's not internally. His body is not like cushioned. You can still have internal bleeding. Just because you got hit by a car and you can like walk away from it and it doesn't look like you got hurt, like internally he's still fucked. Like that's the thing that's like has always been interesting about Luke Cage's character. And I think this I'm really excited because Luke Cage was probably my second favorite Netflix show behind Daredevil season 2.
And he'd be really screwed by everything else. Like, bullets would still affect him really bad. Because that still has velocity and inertia behind
No,
it.
but he's still like super endurance. But like someone with super strength could punch him. and
That's
he's
why again why I
fucking-
just said when Iron Fist punches him, he does not like look like he's been scathed, but he's like, oh, the
So,
fuck.
like, I think he could survive bullets hitting him. He could probably survive a fucking car hitting him. It's just like other fucking superheroes beat his ass.
Yeah, like the car isn't gonna like kill him. The car is like gonna be like a punch to him.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, that's kind of dumb.
I mean, it's
Just get him
Marvel.
in a
It's all
tiara.
kind of dumb.
Get him in a
Look
tiara
at it.
and I'll look at it in a more positive light.
It might just be gay.
That's your
Anyway,
next. That's your next.
Go
What the
on.
fact? Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
I'm excited. I don't know about you guys.
I'm
but-
excited. Luke Cage was my second favorite of the Defenders.
Really, goddamn, thank you. Everyone I also have heard, they're like, Luke Cage was boring. Like, don't get me wrong. The
Jessica Jones was boring.
last part of Luke Cage was fucking, like, say what you want. The last part of Luke Cage, yeah, was weird, but it was straight out of a comic book, dude. Like, him fighting his half brother from an illegitimate like
Yeah.
affair, who has like a
It was
snake
Black
moniker.
Panther before Black Panther.
Yeah. Whereas, like, but that's the thing,
I
like,
feel like that's pretty cliche now.
what?
I have to fight at the end season for like a show now. You have to fight someone that's related to you in some way or form.
I mean, not related to you, but
fair enough.
and he was the only one who did it out of all those fucking things,
Yeah.
except kind of Iron Fist. Wasn't really related to him. His family friend. What?
I don't remember that. I totally forgot that was the climactic fucking ending of Iron Fist. is him
Yeah, well,
kicking-
I rated above fucking Jessica Jones.
That's where you're wrong.
No, it's where I'm fucking right. You guys are dumbasses.
Moving on to an equally bad movie,
Oh
Robin Hood.
man, he doesn't fight very well. This entire
Does
show
not.
is shit. It's like, no, it's still just a better plot than Jessica Jones.
No, it's not.
It
It's
is.
so dude.
Gil is
Watch
ri-
fucking-
The
literally
entirety
on
of
the
Jessica
middle
Jones
of
is like, oh
Watch
man,
fucking
Killdrave
Arrow.
controls my mind.
Robin Hood.
This
Oh,
Robin Hood
no,
movie,
and then at the end she's like, oh, I
Doesn't
guess
look
I can
good.
stand up to
No.
him.
No.
it has the guy from frickin' Kingsman? Was it Kingsman?
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
Robin Hood? Are we going on to
Robin
Robin
Hood,
Hood?
yeah.
Skipping me and Kian's argument.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we can have this off camera, but
Yeah, it has the guy who plays Iggy?
Eggsy.
Eggsy, there you go.
Yeah, this
Bugsy.
movie looks fucking dumb just because it's like it's not medieval looking at all.
I
They
said
have
it.
modernized clothing.
I said it, and it looks a lot like the fucking King Arthur movie that came out. I thought they might be in the same universe since those are kind of two myths that frequently intertwine.
the thing
Do they
is,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, King Arthur.
But there's
Robin Hood.
definitely from different time periods though.
Not
Not really.
Robin, well, no, comparatively, like the Arthurian legend is.
Depends which one you go after, but
I know, but I'm just saying, like that King Arthur seems like way before Robin Hood's time. The way that like it kind of looks.
All right, but
no.
they have crossbows. Why doesn't
Anything
he
would
use
be
one of
way
those?
after, but what?
They have crossbows in this time period. Why doesn't he use one of those instead of a bow and
Takes
arrow?
so fucking long to reload.
Yeah,
mean,
no,
it-
arrows are super like, and this is just your standard.
I mean, they could reload it with one hand. They showed that in the trailer. Guy was just like pulling back
but
the
you
That's
still-
inaccurate.
Yeah, and then you still,
Yeah.
but there's still a twisting mechanism
And the
that
thing-
goes with it.
well,
too.
no,
No, like
Okay,
these
no.
look like.
All right, everybody, shut the fuck up. There's different kinds of crossbows. If you can pull it back, it's not nearly as powerful. If it's got a fucking tensioner, then yeah, it's gonna like actually go through armor.
And it's gonna take a hell of a time to reload, though.
Yeah, and the point is he can't twist and shoot 3 fucking arrows out of a crossbow. It's not as action friendly. If he has to stop every shot and spend a minute fucking reloading. He's
He's
I'm
like,
not-
hold up, guys, hold up, hold up.
I'm kind of sick of seeing
hiding
like,
behind covers like clink.
I'm kind of
Alright.
sick. I'm like legit kind of sick of
I would
seeing.
actually see that.
I'm legit
Just to laugh at it.
Seeing.
kind of sick of seeing like turning these like let's turn these classical book characters into superhero-esque people.
Then we're gonna get sexy Red
To be
Riding
fair,
Hood.
he always was supposed
Sexy
to be.
Red Riding Hood? What?
Because it won't be regular Red Riding Hood.
Oh.
It's gonna be sexy Red Riding
King
Hood.
Arthur is like
Yeah.
and then like just wait Tarzan. All right, they did that.
No.
Fucking right, they did make him kind of like a superhero.
But he was an ape man. Totally justified. I don't know. I'll probably see it, not in theaters, but
but like this thing, I like Taron Egerton a lot. I love Kingsman. I think Kingsman is one of my favorite movies.
I like the first Kingsman.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you
Yeah.
guys didn't like the second one.
Oh no, the second one was just
A lot of
utter
people did though.
garbage.
I thought it was bad.
It's just
It was still enjoyable.
everyone else besides me liked the Elton John parts. And I'm like,
I didn't
fuck
like
it.
the Elton John's parts.
Good.
The fuck out of here.
Like I
Elton John?
oh yeah, that's
I had the
right.
biggest problem with those. I thought they were dumb as shit.
That's right. J Max and Ryan were just raving about like that's the best part of the movie. I'm like that is not the
Yeah,
best
no, that's
part
the-
of that fucking. That is the
That
worst.
hands down ruined the movie for me.
You know
That-
what else looks really bad?
What happened to Emily?
What? No, A Simple Favor.
Elton John in an action
Well-
scene?
Really?
Eh.
Did you not see the second Kingsman?
No,
No.
we haven't seen the first.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I don't
insane.
know if he has.
Oh,
no,
the-
I haven't.
The first is a really great movie, and you've probably seen the church scene regardless.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, A Simple Favor looks kind of dumb.
Is this the one with Anna Kendrick?
Yeah.
We don't.
Oh, we don't even know what it's a.
Yeah, it's
like,
a teaser. So
Emily is missing. Like, who
Emily
the
is
fuck's
away.
Emily, and why do I give a shit?
and there was a French song, so it made Eli mad.
Is it my sister Emily? My former classmate? I know a lot of Emilys. Which one's missing?
best friend, Emily?
Don't have one.
I feel
Ryan
like
Reynolds' wife, Emily, is missing.
I feel like this is basically the same
Emily
as the
Dickinson?
movie
Is
with
she missing?
Batman in it, where
Gone Girl?
Yeah. Where his wife goes missing.
You equivocated to Gone Girl.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, tell me how it's different.
No, I'm not. I was just.
Someone disappears and then not who they claim they are.
That's
and then-
understandable.
and then
That
it's
was
like,
a story of an
where
abuse.
are they?
The point is that,
relationship, though,
yeah,
at the same time.
I still, other than she's missing, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It shows scenes of her walking around in heels. That's about it.
Then we go to Arrested Development Season 5, and oh, I'm so excited.
Looks more exciting than the last thing.
Dude, I love Arrested Development. It's like by
Has
far one of
Michael Cera.
I don't even like it for Michael Cera, but like I like Arrested
You don't like
Development.
Max Scully? He was just Michael Cera?
Yeah,
Disguise?
basically.
Max Scully.
If he shrunk, I think Michael Cera's taller than him. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
And if
He
Max
seems like
does
a
hair.
tall, gangly bastard.
Kinda
I'm
is.
just saying, Arrested Development looks pretty exciting. Like I love it every season. Besides season 4, they made a chronological one though, which makes it a lot more fluent than the first time they opened season 4. Where season 4 was like cut into different things because not all the actors could be together at one time.
Mm.
So like it was really bad cuts, but like I'm super stoked for this one. This one gets me excited.
Or just
So,
like
like-
our editing.
So they finally got all the actors together?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then we go to The Predator, and oh man,
The child predator.
Oh boy.
I'm not.
Oh,
So
no.
many of those jokes.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I started it off.
Yeah, you did.
I
I'm
felt
not.
it.
Congrats.
I am not excited for this movie at all. Like I know everyone else is like, oh my god, a new Predator.
I should probably watch the original
Yes, I've
Predator
never
first.
seen the original Predators.
Get to the chopper.
I mean, we could always go back to Walmart. They have it in the $5.
Pretty sure you can watch it online.
Alternatively, I look it up on Netflix or Hulu.
You have to remember, I don't have either of those.
Doesn't, I mean, you can watch it here, but anyway, I don't know. It looks nice. The Predator looks cool.
He's gonna be after a kid because the kid has predator armor for
This
whatever
is kind of
reason.
one of those things where it's like they just redid an old Alien when they could have done a cool new one. Could have made Valerian, but good.
But why do that when you have a well-known property that you know will get people in the door?
Ugh.
Are you talking about Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets?
Talking about Valerian, the shitty movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
that just piss poor
Yes.
sci-fi movie.
That's why it's like, oh man, Instead of taking something that's good and fondly remembered and making it shitty, how about you take something shitty and looked down upon and make it good?
That's easier to take something that was good and then make it
And it's
shitty.
a really low bar for
Yeah.
like Valyrian.
That movie is fucking awful.
So it's a dumpster fire on.
Oh, dude.
Unlike
on
Keegan
like
Michael
10.
Key, which
Ooh.
is in this movie.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Half a Key and Peele.
I forgot about that.
Just turns out Jordan's in it too. Just
Turns
makes a
out
brief cameo.
Jordan might have wrote it.
I'm not.
In that case, with what
I
we
kind
did
of
to
want
Get
to see
Out-
a Jordan Peele Jordan Peele
So
movie
Get
starring
Out?
Keegan Michael Key.
Oh.
Yes, because he was in that, Zach.
He didn't finish.
I did not.
I
He
know.
didn't.
I don't know. I've never been a big fan of. I'm.
You know what
Especially
I'm
when
not?
Did
you
you
like-
like the original Predator?
Eh.
I don't
Fair enough.
really care for Predator or Alien.
I like I like the Predator movie that came out before this with Adrian Brody. That
Predators?
Predators. That movie was fucking awesome.
The one where they're on the Predators
Where they're
hunting
on the
planet.
Hunting planet. That one was awesome
Where
because
they're
that like
eating predators.
brought lore to a series. This one is kind of just
I
like.
feel like that probably pissed everybody off.
What?
They're like, why do you have to explain Predators?
I thought this was a reboot or something.
It probably will
Yeah,
be.
they could count it as that, and it probably will be. I don't know, because they're like interrogating the one guy, so he looks like he has fucking knowledge on the Predators already.
Well, one
Knowledge.
lady's like they've evolved. They take things from each of the planets that they hunt.
I mean, Olympian
Like this shitty mask.
Yeah.
I mean, you
This
want
mask now has
And a-
Nazi gas mask stuff on it.
And a trilay, yeah, that's what they take from us, is the Nazi symbol.
Hope
It's
not.
now used as their
Oh,
weapon
God.
for predatoring.
They took Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Oh,
No,
Fucking
those
invisible
monsters.
sitting on a tree branch, just like eating ice cream,
He's gonna
looking at
become-
you through the heat.
It's gonna become 500 pounds then.
Then we go into
The
the
fat predator.
the death of Sue.
Sounds like a
Fucking tree branch breaks. He's like, what the fuck was that?
yeah. Then we go to the
It should be like some sort of stupid fucking comedy spoof.
Oh, if we could do it.
then we go to the death of Superman and
The Superman.
this
So
is
it's
the DC.
Batman v Superman at the end then.
No, this is like way better and
No, because it has the entire like Justice League.
I mean, they already
Oh
did
my-
this movie.
yeah, it was
It looks a lot like the Justice League movie.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
To
like
me.
the older animated movie where they already did this.
Where I stand with this though, it's much more. I think it's a lot. It's technically supposed to be more for the Justice League movie animated series that they've been working on. This like DC cinematic universe is actually a lot better than the DC extended universe that they made because like they take their fucking time and they don't.
Yeah, I was
just,
gonna
like,
say, I think they're using this to fund their shitty live action movies.
And they didn't
Because
just
these movies do well.
yeah.
And they didn't just throw them all together after like
Like-
2 movies.
There's an idea where Batman it goes missing and like they fight ninjas and it's like this should be fucking dumb and it's like oh this is actually very interesting and exciting. Please go on and tell me more.
Ninjas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you meant to
Yeah.
say ninjas, but I'm just
No,
picturing
nuns.
Guns.
Nuns
Nuns
with
with
swords
spears? Yeah.
and guns.
Yeah.
Nunjas.
Yeah.
God.
Batman says that line.
Yep.
Well,
Awesome.
Nightwing technically, but yeah,
Batman.
Batman.
It's a queer old time.
No, I like it. This is like I said,
I don't
like
like Superman. I think he's kind of just a dumb idea.
he's just overpowered. He's just.
That's what I mean.
Too
It's like,
powerful.
what if we gave a man everything that could be a power?
What if we give him a weakness of a rock, and sometimes one rock will give him a third eye? The rainbow rock will literally make him gay for a day.
Radiation rocks.
Wait, what?
That's
Yeah,
weird.
Kryptonite, depending on its color, will do different things
She's a
to him.
real gay old
What the
time. So
fuck?
what else we got going on?
Gal Gadot was reportedly the top pick to play the female lead opposite Dwayne Johnson in an upcoming action thriller, Red Notice.
Can anyone really play opposite Dwayne Johnson and really call themselves a lead?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
No, I don't
No,
think so. I
that-
think he's a sidekick.
Yeah, he's technically a sidekick in
He's basically a Dwayne Johnson mini-me.
that. Literally.
Yes, they could do Austin Powers, but with Dwayne Johnson as
God,
the new
watch
Doctor
that.
Evil, and Kevin Hart as his mini-me.
They're both kind of
God.
bald at work.
That'd be
There are more
That'd be
problems for the
hilarious.
$6 billion man as Mark Wahlberg's 70s remake loses its current director due to various issues.
I didn't even know that was happening.
Apparently there's disagreements with the plot. I'm like, what do you have to
What
fucking
fucking
disagree
plot, yeah.
with on this?
Marky Mark can't get his
He's
funky
a
bunch together?
he's a fucking robot in a goddamn
You're
$20
making him cost
tracksuit.
$5 million? I'm fucking out of here.
Jordan Peele's directorial follow-up to Get Out is officially titled Us and is looking to get two of the actors from Black Panther, Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke. Winston Duke played M'Baka, the
big
Yeah.
gorilla bastard.
gorilla man. And Lupita Nyong'o played the love interest to T'Challa. So I'm excited.
Oh.
I loved Get Out. I think Get Out was like one of the best.
What the fuck was Get Out?
Still haven't seen that, by the way.
I
What
have
was
to see
it?
that.
It's the movie where it's
A black guy goes into a white neighborhood.
Is that actually?
it's
That's
a
his
it's a
premise?
psychological thriller
Yeah.
about like
It's
okay,
a soft premise.
it's a psychological thriller. Shit's going down in the neighborhood his girlfriend lives in, who what happens
white
to be a
girlfriend.
white suburb. I can't
Is it like a cult
I can't
thing?
explain this without ruining the movie. It's really hard to explain this.
Say
It's a mind
spoilers,
game.
and I don't give a shit.
I care.
I care. These two guys care, so I don't want to ruin this
I
for
don't.
them.
I just want to see it.
John
It's a
Wick-
Walmart.
You fucking suck.
I
John
mean,
Wick Chapter 3 begins filming. So I'm pretty excited. I love John Wick 1 and 2. I know you haven't seen it, and I know you still have Jay Scott me.
All I know is that Keanu Reeves is still a fantastic actor. Should come back for Constantine 2, and is very good as Neo.
Should come back for.
Kian would like to
What the
rebuff
fuck
the
was
Neo.
that?
I really
called?
don't give a shit.
Matrix 9.5. I don't know what movies they've made.
I think
Just
it's
like get a whole
Matrix 5.
cinematic
And
universe
then
with
they'll
Keanu
make another
Reeves
shitty
and Nick
game for it
Cage.
on the PS2.
So, speaking of Keanu Reeves, Bill and Ted 3 is happening, and I'm really fucking stoked.
Yeah.
What?
I've never watched
Bill
Get a
and Ted.
cinematic universe that combines all of Nick Cage's movies and all of Keanu Reeves' movies. We will have a golden time.
Apparently, I didn't know that, like, there's a studio for Hasbro called Allspark Pictures now that does the Hasbro movies.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
The Game of Life.
The writers, no, they're making a spin-off G.I. Joe movie for
Tragedy,
Snake
comedy,
Eyes.
drama.
At that point, they just know they're gonna get money off of him because he's the ninja.
For what?
Snake Eyes. He's getting his own spin-off movie.
He's the ninja that doesn't speak.
That
He's a
seems like
mute.
a poor premise for a movie.
They also bought Power Rangers.
They're gonna
so
have
they
to
can
have
probably do
strong
that stuff now.
secondary characters.
Or
In
just-
sort- in sort of like a One
Or
Punch
just
Man
Kevin
style, where
Hart.
it's like it's not about him, it's about the characters around him.
Or it's Kevin Hart.
As Snake Eyes.
No, Kevin
So
Hart's just
he's
his
just a
sidekick.
ninja because no one can hit him.
Yeah.
Fucking fourth
And
film.
he's the mouth. It'll be like,
The Mouth of Sauron.
gosh, what were those movies? With Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Rush Hour?
Rush Hour. There we go.
Do you understand?
Snake Eyes is white.
Mhm. Snake Eyes may be white,
Yeah.
but he was raised in China.
Japan.
And, fair enough. That's my bad.
Fact check.
Yeah, there we go.
You're
I don't
good.
really
I
like
don't
Snake
know.
Eyes. As like, I'm really into like badass fucking characters. That
Dude, I
most
like
people-
Storm Shadow way better than I like
yeah,
Snake
that was
Eyes.
always my thing too. I was like, man, Storm Shadow is just so fucking cool.
It's
He's
so
even in a
much-
blindingly white uniform, and people still don't see his ass.
Like, Storm Shadow's so badass, though.
Storm
Like,
Shadow's
His
shit.
name is just cooler and shit.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow.
like
fuck.
comparatively, like, Snake Eyes should have been in Cobra, and Storm
Yeah.
Shadow should have been in G.I. Joe.
Snake
yeah.
Eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, Snake Eyes wasn't...
They call me Snake Shadow.
That might
Snake
have been
Eyes
ironic.
originally wasn't supposed to be a
was that
ninja. He was actually, like, a scuba guy, but, like, Hasbro was like,
And
man,
then they were like, well, we've got a guy who's just skis in winter combat, but scuba guy, that's just dumb.
They're like, we need to remarket the guy. That's why Storm Shadow is probably all like, he's like the skiing guy. They're like, they'll both be ninjas instead.
Still a ski guy.
There
I
is.
forget what his fucking name is.
Do you remember when
Icebreaker.
Do you
We'll go
remember,
with it.
Probably.
I
Do
don't
you
think
remember
That
Rescue
actually
Rangers?
wouldn't surprise
Do you
me.
remember when Rescue Rangers was a thing and they like gave people names like
That's what it is.
Rescue Rangers.
Got a fight battle.
But let's not forget the best.
G.I. Joe versus Rescue
No,
Rangers?
no.
Let's not
That's
forget the
so
best
retarded.
Joe though. Fumbles.
No,
It
I
was
think to
always
look on my
fumbles.
phone. There was some recommendations. but
Rescue Rangers. What was that?
We'll talk about it.
Rescue Rangers was like the G.I. Joe of like just natural disasters and shit.
But
They-
they were also just fucking mice. or squirrels or something. 'Cause
Oh no no no
fuck
no
it.
no! Oh, that's Rescue Heroes were the
I was thinking Chip and Dale.
yeah. Rescue Heroes was the firefighter.
Chip and Dale.
Yeah, Rescue Rangers.
Rescue Rangers.
Yeah. No, Rescue Heroes was the fucking
no
God
danger.
damn. They were the G.I. Joe of like
Natural
the
disaster.
The police
of
and
nat-
the
the
firefighters,
firefighters and
yeah.
shit like that. Like they had an ambulance lady. I was like, okay, that's
It
cool.
wasn't
I
cool
guess.
because they didn't have guns.
Leica announces its fifth stop-motion animated movie titled Missing Link and is featured voice cast led by Hugh Jackman and Zoe Saldana. It's about Bigfoot, by the way,
I
guys.
do enjoy like.
Okay.
I do enjoy Leica too,
do
but I feel
like
like
Kubo.
Bigfoot is getting a little...
Is it because we got that Yeti movie
Yeah,
coming
we got
out?
that
and
Yeti movie
looks
coming out.
Not good.
It looks not good.
But this has Hugh Jackman. It has Wolverine and
I hope
Gamora.
he is Bigfoot and it's just Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
He's
that'd
already
be beautiful.
hairy enough to be Bigfoot.
Yeah.
They give him claws, but they don't explain it.
Warner
It's a
Brothers
callback.
Pictures
Wolverine.
announces Sherlock Holmes
Oh,
3.
shoes.
Go on.
We're getting Sherlock Holmes 3 for December 2020, and I'm actually really excited for this.
Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock
Yeah.
Holmes?
There was a 2?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
Even
good.
I do that.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like 6 years ago, too.
Oh, dude, yeah, because I got to
Dang.
watch those in a fucking high school class.
Because all I
It
ever
was
heard.
criminal science, and we were like, yeah, we'll watch the Sherlock Holmes
I
movies.
saw the
And
first
pretend
one,
like
and,
we're learning.
and then everybody said it was garbage, so I didn't think it got a sequel.
What?
What? It was so great.
The first one was so good.
And the second
The
one
one
was
with
really
Robert
good,
Downey
too.
Jr.
Yeah.
I
I
thought they were
heard that
both-
one was garbage.
I think-
I
okay.
watched it. I'm like, this is good.
I thought they
It's
were
good.
both good.
Fun fact, I think the Sherlock TV show on the BBC sucks compared to the movies.
I've seen the first
I
episode
haven't
and I
watched
like it.
so-
And the only reason I say that is that where Sherlock
British, isn't it?
No, where Sherlock the movie, you can easily, when you think about what he says at the end of Sherlock, how he deduced it, you saw all the clues were there, and oh, by further context, that's understandable why he
Deduction?
did. Yeah, by deduction. Where Sherlock the TV show, you look at it and it's Sherlock just knows everything before anyone else, and no one else can solve it. Only Sherlock can. I'm like, that's dumb, because the books were like that too, where if you didn't think about it and you just read quickly, you're like, oh, I didn't. You read a passage, you're like, wow, that's actually right. That's how that actually happened, and understand everything. This is what makes me excited.
So it kind of goes back and
Yeah.
recaps and
yeah,
yeah, I like how it goes ahead and how he's gonna do everything. And
Yeah,
shit.
and
but
that's-
it's that's being possible to fucking do, but whatever, I'll take it.
but it looks like it doesn't do it perfectly. He obviously still has to
Well, yeah, and then I like against Moriarty.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna throw a wild haymaker. He's like, he's gonna throw a haymaker. I'm like, how the fuck do you know that?
Yeah, Moriarty's like, I can do this too, bitch. I've got telekinesis powers, bullshit, or whatever the fuck.
I have precognition. My
Yeah,
spider sense is
precognition.
better than yours. Wah. It was
And then
good.
Spider-
Didn't get
Spider-Man
stabbed in the side earlier.
Since
so
it's
I'm
Robert Downey Jr., they can just bring in Tom Holland as his sidekick.
Yeah, no, I'm just I
Isn't
really.
there
First, I'll
Radio
throw a
Watson?
wild haymaker. Then I'll call the Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
And then I'll get Tom Holland in, and he can keep his British accent for this.
I'm super I am super pumped for this. I really liked the Sherlock Holmes movie series, and it's
Man, there's so many movies I haven't seen.
been almost
They're
it's
really
almost
good.
yeah, they're good. They're fun. They're
You
fun
probably
runs.
catch it on TV here at some point.
Yeah, they always play it on TNT or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like him.
I'll make it.
Jack Black says Jumanji 3 should take the action franchise into outer space to explore the possible alien origins of the game.
Why?
Why would there be alien origins
Because
to a board
fucking
game?
Jack Black.
I
and
mean,
Jack
either
Black
that or
is
magic.
Jack Black.
I mean,
it's
I'd
gonna have the
expect
Jack
more.
Black.
I'd
Black
expect
Jack.
more African magic.
Jackety black.
And I say African because it does involve rhinos.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah, no,
and
Swahili
hippopotami.
type of magic and stuff like that.
I don't know. I don't really care.
I didn't
Where they take it. So.
I still I was like I know everyone else really dug Jumanji too. I was like, meh, it's fine.
It's
I
a
think
pretty
I
good
haven't
movie.
seen it. I think I'd enjoy it.
It was fine. It's not
It was
like
fun,
I
right?
Yeah.
like Kevin Hart and The Rock, but they're I don't know. I don't really like Kevin Hart by himself. So.
Their bromance is strong with you.
a new rumor about Marvel's studio Captain Marvel says it will be a bigger superhero movie game changer than Avengers Infinity War.
I don't think so. It will be bigger than Wonder
Probably
Woman.
not.
The theory is though the reason why is because they're bringing in the Skrull.
Yeah.
And what makes that the thing that what makes that interesting is that Avengers 4 could initially, like, those characters could actually all be dead, and the Skrull could be taking the places of, like, Tom Holland and things like that. Like, I'm not saying that's going to be it, but that would cause, like, a secret war kind of idea, because they're setting up the Skrull, they're setting up the Kree.
Yeah, but I don't think that's bigger than Infinity Wars at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
It is
but that
bigger than
that
Wonder
could be
Woman,
a
though.
game. What I mean is that
I think
could be
that's
the-
just like their next plan is
The
like,
big
now
game
we're
changer.
gonna work off Secret Wars because Thanos has been
Black suit Spidey.
I'd be okay with that, actually.
Black suit Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avengers
Yeah,
Infinity War
yeah.
breaks China's all-time pre-sales record with over $50 million in advanced ticket sales already purchased ahead of its release.
Fun fact. The Avengers did not do as big in Japan as it did everywhere else. It got beat up by Detective Conan.
Of course it fucking did.
Detective what?
Conan.
Detective Conan, the child detective. God damn it, of
I don't
course.
even-
Good job, Japan. Fuck you. God.
Man.
I don't know,
That's
it's
like-
nice to see Disney.
That's like when someone told me, like, when Diamonds is Unbreakable came out at the same time as Wonder Woman, that made Diamonds Unbreakable made more money than Wonder Woman. I'm like, as a JoJo fan, I'm pretty excited, but like, fuck you, Japan.
I mean, Wonder Woman was pretty bad.
It was okay,
I wouldn't
yeah.
watch it twice.
Yeah.
And I usually watch comic book related movies
I
twice.
still haven't seen
It's bad.
Like, I'm pretty sure I saw Batman v Superman twice.
Yeah,
God,
one
you're
was the worst experience of
fucking
your life,
miserable.
Gil.
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
With that squirrel sound.
I watched the extended version. I watched the original one in theaters, and I remember it fondly because Jay went to go see the midnight showing, and I was sitting. He was texting me about it. He's like, "What'd you think about it?" I'm like, "I hated it." He's like, "Oh, I thought it was good." And then like I wrote like I know like this was like before we were roommates. I just wrote like this legit essay length of like why it was bad. And then the next time we watched the extended cut, he's like, "Man, you're right. This movie is shit." I'm like, "Yeah, it's bad."
I don't know. You guys are focusing on the wrong parts. It's really a comedy.
Pretty much.
Batman v Superman? Yeah.
Now, not in the ways it wants to be, where they make shit ass jokes, but more in the ways of just, wow, that's so laughably bad.
The
Yeah.
Mark III suit Robert Downey Jr. wore in the first Iron Man has gone missing from
Yeah.
the museum, and
Yeah, that's the thing that happened.
someone stole the suit of Iron Man suit.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And there's just somebody around there, somewhere out in the world, just with an Iron Man suit. For no real reason, just cuz.
I mean, it doesn't do anything.
Exactly.
Harley
You can
Quinn
sell it for some serious
actress
cash,
Margot Robbie suggests that she wants a rated R Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie, which is not going to happen.
Birds of Prey.
It's
The
a
females.
basic female group.
Catwoman, Poison Ivy.
No, that's Gotham
Those are
Sirens.
not-
Birds of
yeah.
Prey is Katana, Batgirl. Basically, all the women superheroes that don't have superpowers are part of the Birds of Prey. And they basically are just in Gotham, and when Batman is doing Batman shit, they're doing other shit. Because apparently Gotham is so crime-ridden with different fucking villains.
Batman's
really
doing
is,
yeah.
Batman shit.
Because they don't fucking kill anybody, so it's like, oh, I guess I'll break out of prison because I'm a because like, oh yeah,
Technically,
well
it's a
I'm
mental
Bane,
ward.
so I'm just gonna and just smash through a wall, unlock
It's like,
my door, and
I
leave.
still don't understand how you keep Clayface in Arkham Asylum. There's like no fucking way you won't.
Plastic cell.
Yeah, and then Killer Croc is another one. I'm like, pretty positive he's a sociopathic serial killer alligator man with super strength. Like, there's sometimes
Try
like
him out.
my thing is like once you've murdered about like Arkham Asylum is the most dumbest concept ever though, because like they get like there's a difference between like someone who like murdered his family, like oh he could be possibly crazy, and someone who has like continuously been let out
Yeah.
or freed and continuously murdered people.
Yeah, just like Joker.
Yeah. It's
It's
like,
like
You
Joker
can't be
doesn't
tried for
even.
the same thing
Joker,
twice.
he literally just wants to make Batman kill people, and if Batman killed, like in the game, it's like, oh man, if Batman killed Bane, Joker'd probably stop trying to kill everybody. And it's like,
Might
I
which
won't
game?
kill Bane, even though he's just a rat bastard who murders the shit out of
Which
people.
game?
I mean, it might be from
is
a
that
legal
Origins?
it's
standpoint.
Arkham Origins, yeah.
Is it?
A legal standpoint?
Yeah, because you
You
can't
would
be
think
tried.
they'd get
You
the
can't be
fucking
tried
judge-
for the same
yeah,
thing
but there's
twice.
a difference. Yeah, I know. There's like
No, it's not even legal though. It's literally he's just like, I won't break my code. And it's like, you're a faggot.
no, we're talking about like why they aren't executed and shit like that. Yeah, that's understandable, Gil, but like
They
I
might
think-
not have the death
Well,
penalty
I
in
don't-
Gotham.
'Cause
We don't know what Gotham is.
technically it's supposed to be New York.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
New
I thought
York.
Gotham was Chicago. Because
Could be a
Metropolis was New
combination of
York.
both.
Because I thought Metropolis was
Really?
supposed to be New York and Gotham was Chicago.
I had those backwards.
It really?
Yeah.
Because like Chicago is more crime ridden than New York, and so that's why they took the concept of Chicago being.
All I can
Gotham.
tell you is I'm pretty sure New York is called Gotham in real life. In some spots.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
it up. I don't know.
Probably.
Fact
yeah.
check me.
But yeah, it's fine. Like I don't know.
That's
We're
not
not gonna
the
get an
wrong-
R-rated.
Fuck
Back
all.
this, we're not getting an R-rated DC movie in a while. So like,
You never know. They're really just trying anything at this point.
Anything that sticks to the shit.
Wait, was Suicide Squad not R-rated?
no,
No,
it's
it's
PG-13.
PG-13.
Shazam director David F. Sandberg confirms that the film is done.
Too bad no one's gonna go see it.
I am. It's gonna be fucking
Yeah,
awesome. I
only
love
you.
Shazam.
You're gonna
Shazam's
be
the
the
fucking
only one
shit.
there.
Fuck off.
In there.
I'll
Just
be
gonna,
there
like,
just
eating your
to.
popcorn. You'd be like, "Woo,
I'll,
Shazam!"
I'll be there.
And the people are gonna walk in 10 minutes late and fucking turn off the lights because they don't realize you're in there.
Yeah.
I will be there just to continually correct the fact that he's Captain Marvel.
Real thing. that
After the
happened.
success of Wonder Woman, Patty Jenkins negotiated for a higher salary to direct Wonder Woman 2. That's pretty awesome, though, because, like, again, there is a lot of...
The first one wasn't warranting of a higher salary. That was a bad movie.
It made DC a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
though.
but it was still a bad movie.
That doesn't mean shit, though.
Technically, all of
If
their
this
movies
higher
have made
sal-
DC a
if
shit
this
ton of
higher
money.
salary-
Money.
The salary of her has nothing to do with the budget of the movie. Like, the budget's
Okay.
probably going to get, like, doubled because it made so much money. So,
If the salary improves the outcome of the overall movie, good.
Wonder Woman wasn't a bad... It was
It
like...
was a bad movie.
It was a boring movie.
It was
more
a
than
bad
it was a
movie.
Wait,
bad
Gil,
movie.
didn't we see it here in Spencer, and then we went
We
again
went
in
to
Lamars?
Mars.
Oh wait, no, that was it.
I was only in. I only watched it in the Mars,
that was
and I
it.
didn't want
we
to see
went,
it
we
again.
saw it here in Spencer, and then we went to Lamars for
I
it.
really liked it, too. I think, like, I know John has problems with it.
It's a
but
bad movie.
It really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it was. I think it was interesting. I think it had an interesting concept to it.
I don't know what that is.
A woman in World War One.
Are we talking about Wonder Woman right now? Or are we
Yeah.
talking about It? I was saying I liked It.
It is a fantastic.
Yeah, it's
movie.
a good movie.
It's
Yeah, I was
stunning.
gonna say we went to see it 3 times. If you hated it,
Yeah.
you would have went back the
No,
second
Wonder.
time.
I thought we were still talking about
Oh
Wonder
no, because
Woman.
you said
no.
It. No, I'm sorry. Like sorry, yeah. No,
Oh,
It,
God,
as in
no.
the concept of
It
the title.
it is a fantastic.
It,
The
movie.
2017
The
movie.
movie.
Fantastic.
The movie.
I don't like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I don't like Wonder Woman for many of things. I have a list.
Misogynists? No, I haven't seen it, but
Wow, we had.
No,
I feel like I wouldn't like it because I don't much care for DC.
I'd agree with the label if it were accurate, but no, that's just a bad movie.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get some TV news. The first one is Iron Man gets done with season 2 filming.
Iron Man?
Yes, apparently. Boo. Don't care.
What?
Iron Man?
Iron Fist.
I was
Iron
gonna
Fist.
say,
I was gonna-
yeah,
Iron
you were
Man
like,
had
what?
a season
Iron
1.
Man.
I was
That's like-
confused too.
What the fuck
Like-
is a movie?
Are they
Yeah.
bringing
Iron-
out the animated series again?
Iron
Because that was a
Fist.
pretty decent animated series.
All right, now we got to
Iron
get. Now
Fist.
it's time to get into some renewals. Santa Clarita Died and Netflix got a renewal. I'm pretty excited.
Dumb.
I like that show. That show was fun. They're making a TV show out of the movie What We Do in the Shadows with Taika Waititi.
Stupid.
You
What
should watch
is that?
Oh, it's a vampire mockumentary that's super funny, and we gotta watch it sometime.
Vampire. See, the only vampire
It's-
documentary style movie I've seen is
Mockumentary.
Yeah, I know, but documentary is Interview with a Vampire, and that really didn't
It's
have.
not a
anything.
That's more like a.
They try to play it off as a documentary.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
They play it more of
Back
like.
onto your dumbass renewals.
Fox has just been killing everything. Last
I mean,
Month
it's
on
Fox.
Earth got canceled. Lucifer got canceled. The Exorcist, Lethal Weapon, Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled, but it got picked up by
CBS.
NBC.
NBC. And but they're bringing back Tim Allen's show, The Last Man Standing,
I find that weird. Really?
it's the success of Roseanne.
Yeah, but still.
So they canceled 3 shows and only brought back 1.
They've canceled 5.
What
canceled
sucks
5
is that
shows and only
Brooklyn
brought back
Nine-Nine is actually a great show.
Well, I mean, it got picked up.
That's why I
Yeah.
got picked up.
I watch it on Hulu, so I don't give a shit.
I watch it on TBS.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I
dude.
love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn
Nine-Nine.
Nine-Nine is funny. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking smart funny, too.
Oh, yeah, it's
Terry likes yogurt.
yeah, it's got a great cast.
Yeah. This is like Yeah, the Last Man Standing one just kind of pisses me off. Like, not pisses me off. It's just kind of like
Good for Tim Allen.
whatever.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like Tim Allen doesn't just have filthy amounts of money already.
Yeah,
Home
that's true.
Improvement.
I mean, there's also Toy Story.
Which is
And
the
the
one
s-
that
and
everyone,
Sa- and
which
the
is the
Santa
one that
Claus.
everyone once brought back because everyone loved Home Improvement, but not so much Last Man Standing.
I don't understand why everyone liked Home Improvement that much.
My entire family liked Home Improvement. I thought it was dumb as shit.
Yeah.
I was, yeah, I don't. It was like, listen to this man make funny noises, and I was like, I'd rather just not.
Following, so, and then Jon Favreau is making a live-action Star Wars series that's going to be in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens.
It's probably not.
Oh boy!
I don't want to see that.
I actually do.
I do,
It
I would
might fill
prefer-
in some
yeah.
bullshit.
Gaps, like...
No,
we-
plot holes.
I'll let you guys
Plot
watch it
holes
first,
and
and if you say it's good, I'll go
legends.
back and watch it.
Of course I'm gonna say it's good. It's Star Wars. They can't fuck that up.
They can.
They can't.
It's the second movie in the new trilogy. Takes place in a day.
I still don't agree with you on that.
Takes place in a day.
I disagree. Plus, a day, like, they're in space.
It takes place in a time span of anywhere from 10 to 35 hours.
Is it 35? That's a day and a half?
That's
I
low
d-
ball.
okay, here's my thing
That's
about...
high ball.
Here's the thing about the Force Awakens I still don't like, and this is just... It does not interest me at all. None of the characters get any kind of, like... It's so bland. Like I said, the one thing
No
is...
growth and development
Well,
for the character.
Poe Dameron, like, as much as, like, everyone's like, no, General Holdo should have said something, like, Poe Dameron shouldn't have fucking done anything anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why people are not more pissed off that, like...
But I'm pissed off at both.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off at the entire situation.
Yeah. Like, my thing about
But
that
to be
is...
fair, that did develop him as a character. He's a cocky douchebag.
And then he got put down a peg while he watched his friends die because he's a fucking asshole.
Now, to be fair, she also watched his friends die and then went, I should probably ram this into
Yeah,
bigger
no, I
shit."
get you on that. That part is definitely... No, but in general, but, like, so they go...
Spoilers.
on-
They hit the main
like,
cast, then
because,
we won't have a
no,
movie.
because if it wasn't for fucking Poe Dameron, they wouldn't have picked up fucking the Collector from goddamn... That's the guy who plays the Collector, is also the guy that has the stutter at the gambling planet.
The collector from Marvel.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah.
I actually liked that character.
The,
Like, the whole, like...
the stuttering guy? Yeah, he's a cool character.
No, the entire, like, storyline for that, like, fucking casino planet are retarded, but that character, I was like, I like him. And then he just kind of fades away.
Well, I like that, though. Like, he leaves still morally ambiguous, where, like, he's like, I'm in it for
I'm
life.
fine with that. It's just they're so afraid to kill anybody. I think Game of Thrones did it, where it's like, well, we didn't see him die, so that means they could always bring him back. It's like Captain Phasma, he didn't die. You didn't see him die on screen, so they're coming the fuck back. Fucking
You just know
Snoke
it's
died on
Phasma.
screen. They'll probably come back.
Force Ghost.
That is legitimately possible, though, with the Force Ghost thing. Is that,
They'll
like,
call him a Force Phantom, though, to make
Revenant?
it seem like
No, I mean,
Dark.
Sith has Force
and
Ghost.
edgy.
Yeah, but I think, like, they wouldn't say Phantom. They say, like, Force Revenant, because, like, I'm assuming that, like, after the dark side has just mangled your fucking body up and you come back as a spiritual entity, you're not going to come back like Anakin
Peaches and
Skywalker
daisies.
did at the fucking end of...
He turned to the light side at the end.
God damn.
I ain't
Jesus
shit,
Christ is my Lord and Savior.
That's the thing that
He saw the light. The light was good.
God.
the Return of the Jedi, where like fucking Anakin, like Darth Vader doesn't look mangled as shit. He just looks like normal. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Remember when they
Well, I mean, he's a
re-edited
Force
that?
Ghost.
For
Why not?
Christian, Hayden Christensen,
Then
yeah.
why didn't fucking Ben Kenobi go back to Ewan McGregor? Like,
Because he didn't want to.
They didn't
Imagine
want
you get
space.
to choose.
Space Jesus didn't want to come back.
You get to choose.
He served his time.
You're literally choosing your form as a manifestation of the Force.
I'm gonna be a rooster then, or some kind of just be a peacock in
I
the Force
suppose
Ghost.
you fucking could.
A peacock Force Ghost.
Like at the end, all the Jedi are just standing there, and the key is just a fucking peacock.
Hey,
I
Hey,
suppose
how's
you
it
could.
going?
What's
That would have made that
fight
scene
a
a
Force
million
Ghost
times better.
technically? Because like I know in the Force Unleashed you fight Ghost Ben Kenobi, and I know that's not canonical.
What?
Yeah, in one of the DLCs you fight Force
Oh,
Ben
it's, I
Kenobi.
don't, so it's like I play the DLCs. Yeah, I don't have an answer on that. I suppose you could use the Force to fight them. I don't know physically if you could.
I want more Saul Guerrera. That's like actually what I want from a
Yeah,
Star
well,
Wars
he's dead
series.
as shit.
Yeah,
Why?
I like Saul Guerrera. I think he's a really interesting.
Was that the dude played by Forrest Whitaker?
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
all I've seen of him. I don't
liked
think
Rogue
he
One, though. I
really
need more of that.
warrants much
Yeah.
of anything.
More of that like down.
Oh,
to
so
earth.
see, Saul Guerrera was actually from the Clone Wars beforehand, so he has a lot more backstory with him.
All right,
No one cares.
maybe.
I care.
No one cares about what you care.
I want a Darth Maul series. Yeah, that's right.
That'll
Fuck you.
probably be coming out as like one of the, like the Han Solo. You know, it's getting
Cyber Mall.
Oh, that's another one. They're
We'll
planning on,
probably
like-
just call it Maul.
Cyber Mall.
Mall.
Except it's actually a movie where he's not. It's not him being half robotic. He's just at a really high tech mall.
Yeah. He's just
Killing people
Yeah.
because that's what he does.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no,
Cyber
they'll
Mall.
definitely make one if they're making one for Boba Fett. I'm surprised they didn't do that before Han Solo, to be honest.
Boba Fett.
Well, Boba Fett and Darth Maul, because they're just like fan favorite characters.
Boba Fett's movie is he just gets out of the piss.
Actually,
So,
It's Jonah the Whale, but the Boba Fett story.
they really
Yeah.
can't do a Darth Maul one because the Clone Wars cartoon series is still
really
canon.
fleshed him. Yeah, they fleshed him
And
out.
yeah, that pretty much just gave you what he was about, what he was doing.
Yeah, he went fucking insane and like built little robot trash legs to like get
Yeah.
back to his planet. And then how does he get? I forgot how he gets his new leg implants by the end of
The witches. I
the
think.
witches gave him new like no, but like I remember the lonely scene in Rebels I saw is Darth Maul being murdered by Obi-Wan Kenobi again.
Yeah,
And being like
Obi-Wan is
Yeah.
well, like he fought Obi-Wan when Obi-Wan was just a Padawan, really. He like just fucking became a regular Jedi Knight, and then like he beat him, and then he goes to fight Obi-Wan again, and it's old Obi-Wan who's it's been like fucking I don't know 40 years or whatever.
And he's like, "You're old and frail. I got this." And Obi-Wan's like, "Nah, bitch."
And yeah, he's just fucking super powerful. Just beats his ass, and he's all pissed off.
But then he's
Fucking
all
sick of your red ass. Get your fuck back.
And then
That
Darth
sounds
Maul
amazing.
basically, Obi-Wan's like, "What do you hear?" He's like, "I'm just gonna tell you this: the Sith suck and the Jedi both suck." And then he just dies. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I dig it." All right, so that's been our news. Thanks, guys. Have a good
Oh,
day.
is that it?
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.